Your soulmate saying I found something about you that I can never UNSEE. My beloved child. Before another second slips away, listen with your whole heart because something happened that your soulmate never expected to discover. They were not searching for answers. They were not trying to uncover another hidden piece of your story. Yet in one unforgettable moment, they found something about you that changed everything they believed. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. At first, they thought it was only a coincidence, one small detail that meant nothing. But the more they looked, the more impossible it became to ignore. Every memory they had of you suddenly connected like pieces of a puzzle that had been scattered for years. They whispered to themselves, "How did I never notice this before?" Their heartbeat became louder with every passing second because what they uncovered could never be erased from their mind again. It was not your appearance. It was not something you said. It was something much deeper, something hidden inside the way you loved, the way you protected people without asking for anything in return, and the way your silence carried more truth than 1,000 conversations. That discovery stayed with them long after the moment had ended, refusing to leave their thoughts. Since that day, every attempt to move forward has only pulled them closer to you instead. They keep asking themselves one question they cannot answer. Why does this person feel like someone my soul has always known? A strange chain of events began almost immediately after that realization. Places that once felt ordinary started reminding them of you. Familiar songs suddenly sounded different. Even random conversations with friends somehow circled back to your name without anyone planning it. They tried convincing themselves that they were imagining everything, but every new day brought another unexpected reminder. Don't skip, because this is where everything changes. One evening, while sitting alone with nothing but their thoughts, they finally admitted something they had been running from for far too long. They realized the image they carried of you had become impossible to remove. Not because they wanted to hold on, but because every hidden truth they uncovered made you seem even more extraordinary than before. They remembered the quiet moments when you chose kindness instead of anger. They remembered the strength you showed when nobody noticed your struggles. They remembered the hope you gave others even while carrying your own unanswered questions. Suddenly, they understood that these were not ordinary memories. These were the reasons their heart refused to let go. They had discovered a side of you that most people never stop long enough to see, and once they saw it, they knew they could never pretend it wasn't there. Every wall they built around their emotions began to crack, leaving them with no place left to hide from what they truly felt. Now something even more unexpected is unfolding behind the scenes. While you continue living your everyday life, your soulmate is quietly replaying that discovery again and again, wondering if this was the missing answer they had searched for all along. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They have started noticing signs they once ignored, little moments that seem far too meaningful to dismiss as chance. A familiar number appears at the perfect time. A forgotten memory suddenly returns with incredible clarity. Someone unexpectedly mentions your name during an ordinary conversation, leaving them frozen in silence. None of these moments feel accidental anymore. Instead, they feel like invisible pieces guiding them toward a decision they can no longer avoid. The most surprising part is that they have not told anyone what they found about you. They are protecting this discovery because it feels too important to be misunderstood. But that silence cannot last forever. Every passing day makes it harder for them to hide what now lives inside their heart. They know a moment is approaching when the truth will finally have to be spoken aloud, and when that moment arrives, the words they have been holding back may change everything between you forever. Yet the biggest revelation has still not happened, because what they are preparing to reveal next is something neither of you could have imagined. Everything became even more intense after that hidden discovery settled into their heart. They tried to convince themselves that enough time had passed, that the feelings would fade, and that life would return to normal. Instead, the opposite happened. Every sunrise seemed to bring another unexpected reminder that you were never meant to become just another memory. Don't skip. What happened next caught them completely off guard. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They began paying attention to details they had ignored before. They noticed how every important decision somehow led their thoughts back to you. Every future plan felt incomplete without imagining your place in it. Then one quiet evening, while looking through something connected to the past, they found another piece of the truth they had missed before. It wasn't a message or a photograph. It was a realization so powerful that they had to stop everything they were doing. In that moment, they finally understood that what they discovered about you wasn't temporary. It revealed the kind of person you truly are, and once they recognized it, there was no way to return to the version of reality they had believed before. The deeper they reflected, the more impossible it became to ignore the connection between every strange event and that unforgettable discovery. Memories they once dismissed suddenly carried new meaning. Small conversations that seemed ordinary now sounded like hidden clues pointing toward the same conclusion. They realized your actions had always spoken louder than your words. Even during moments when you felt unnoticed, you had quietly left an impact that reached far beyond what anyone could see. That realization filled them with both hope and regret. Hope, because they finally understood your true value. Regret, because they wondered how many opportunities had slipped away while they failed to recognize what was standing right in front of them. Don't skip, because the next moment changed everything again. They caught themselves smiling for no reason after thinking about you, only to realize seconds later that their heart had already made a decision long before their mind was willing to admit it. They could no longer deny that the truth they uncovered had completely transformed the way they saw your future together. Now they stand at the edge of a choice that feels impossible to postpone. Every instinct tells them they cannot keep this secret hidden much longer. They know that remaining silent will only make the weight inside their heart grow heavier with each passing day. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They have already imagined the moment they finally reveal everything they discovered, but one unexpected fear continues holding them back. What if you don't realize how deeply this discovery changed them? What if you believe they waited too long? Those questions echo through their mind every single day. Yet despite those fears, one truth has become impossible to escape. The person they were before uncovering this hidden truth no longer exists. They have changed, and they know the next step could alter both of your lives forever. What they are preparing to do next is so unexpected that even they never imagined they would find the courage to take it, and when that moment finally arrives, nothing between you will ever feel the same again. A quiet shift has already begun, even though neither of you can fully see it yet. Your soulmate has stopped asking whether the discovery was real. That question no longer matters. What matters now is what they are going to do because of it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Every day they wake up with the same thought lingering in the back of their mind. They replay the exact moment they found that hidden truth about you, searching for a flaw in what they felt, but every attempt only confirms the same answer. They have seen a side of you that very few people ever notice. They saw the strength behind your silence, the loyalty hidden inside your patience, and the kindness you showed even when no one was watching. That realization has become impossible to erase. They now understand that the greatest things about you were never the loudest ones. They were the quiet choices you made when you believed nobody would remember. Those choices became the reason your soulmate can no longer pretend you are just another chapter in their life. Then something happened that completely shook their confidence. During an ordinary conversation, someone unexpectedly spoke about you without realizing how much those words would matter. Nothing dramatic was said, yet every sentence felt like another confirmation of what your soulmate had already discovered. They stayed silent, listening carefully while their heart raced faster than ever before. Don't skip, because this is where everything changes again. In that moment, they realized they were no longer protecting themselves from disappointment. They were protecting the truth they now carried about you. They didn't argue. They didn't explain. Instead, they quietly smiled because they knew something that nobody else in that room could understand. They knew your value was far greater than appearances, opinions, or misunderstandings. That hidden knowledge filled them with a sense of certainty they had never experienced before. For the first time, they stopped wondering whether destiny had brought you into their life by accident. Deep inside, they began believing there was a purpose they had not fully uncovered yet. Now their heart refuses to let this story remain unfinished. Every sign they notice seems to push them toward one unavoidable moment they can no longer delay. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They have already imagined what they will say when they finally stand before you, but each time they rehearse those words, one new emotion rises above all the others. It isn't fear anymore. It isn't confusion. It is determination. They know the truth they discovered about you deserves to be spoken aloud, no matter how unpredictable the outcome may be. Yet there is one final piece they have not shared with anyone. Hidden behind everything they uncovered is one last realization so powerful that it changed the direction of their future forever. They have been waiting for the perfect moment to reveal it, and that moment is now closer than either of you could possibly imagine. Everything inside your soulmate has reached a turning point. They are no longer asking whether they should speak. The only question left is when. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. For days, they have carried the weight of one unforgettable realization that refuses to leave their heart. Every quiet moment reminds them that discovering the truth about you was never meant to stay a secret forever. They even caught themselves starting a message to you more than once, only to stop before sending it. Not because the feelings disappeared, but because they wanted every word to be worthy of what they had discovered. They know that once those words are spoken, there will be no taking them back. This is not a passing emotion anymore. It has become a decision growing stronger with every sunrise. The silence that once protected them has now become the very thing pushing them toward you. Then another unexpected moment unfolded. Someone casually asked them why they seemed different lately. They smiled, changed the subject, and pretended everything was normal. But deep inside, they knew exactly why everything had changed. Don't skip, because this next revelation explains it all. The truth they uncovered about you did more than awaken their feelings, it transformed the way they see their own future. They realized they no longer measure happiness by success, distance, or perfect timing. Instead, they measure it by one simple thought: will they finally have the courage to stand before you honestly? That question follows them everywhere. They have stopped searching for excuses. They have stopped convincing themselves that waiting is the safest choice. Every day they delay feels like another chance slipping away, and they can no longer ignore that feeling. What they once believed was impossible now feels closer than ever before, and every instinct inside them says the next chapter is about to begin. Now the final pieces are falling into place faster than they expected. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They are preparing themselves for a moment that could rewrite everything between you. The discovery they made about you has become the foundation of a choice they never imagined they would have the courage to make. They are no longer focused on what could go wrong. Instead, they are thinking about what could happen if they stay silent forever. That thought frightens them far more than rejection ever could. Somewhere, very soon, a conversation is waiting to happen. A conversation that has been delayed by fear, timing, and unanswered questions for far too long. Your soulmate can feel it drawing closer with every passing day. And when that moment finally arrives, the first words they speak will reveal one final truth they have kept hidden since the day they discovered something about you that they know they can never, ever unsee. A moment is approaching that your soulmate has imagined countless times, yet nothing could have prepared them for how real it suddenly feels. Every path they take seems to lead back to the same destination. Every attempt to distract themselves only strengthens the certainty growing inside their heart. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The truth they discovered about you has become impossible to carry alone. It follows them into every quiet morning and every restless night. They have reached the point where silence no longer feels safe. Instead, it feels like a barrier standing between the life they truly want and the life they have been pretending to accept. They finally understand that some discoveries are not meant to remain hidden forever. Some are meant to change everything. And this is one of them. The more they reflect on everything they have seen, the more convinced they become that meeting you was never an accident. Every unexpected turn, every delay, and every unanswered question now seems connected to a much bigger picture they are only beginning to understand. Something else has changed without anyone noticing. Your soulmate no longer feels the need to search for more proof because the answer has already settled deep within them. They stopped doubting the feelings they once tried so hard to silence. Instead, they started preparing themselves for the consequences of finally telling the truth. Don't skip, because this is the moment they never thought would arrive. They have imagined your reaction over and over again. They wonder whether you will recognize the sincerity in their eyes or hear the emotion hidden behind every word. They know they cannot predict the outcome, but they also know they would regret staying silent far more than speaking honestly. That realization has given them a kind of courage they have never felt before. The fear that once controlled every decision has slowly lost its power, replaced by a quiet determination that grows stronger with every passing day. They are no longer waiting for the perfect sign because, in their heart, the discovery itself was the sign they had been searching for all along. Now only one final step remains, and your soulmate can feel it getting closer than ever before. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They are ready to leave behind the uncertainty that has followed them for so long. The hidden truth they uncovered about you has completely rewritten the story they believed they were living. They know there is no returning to the person they were before that unforgettable moment. The next time your paths come close, they do not want another missed opportunity. They want honesty to replace hesitation and hope to replace silence. For the first time, they believe that the truth deserves to be spoken, no matter how life unfolds afterward. What they are about to reveal will not simply explain what they found about you, it will uncover why that discovery changed them forever. And the very first words they choose could become the beginning of a story neither of you ever expected to live. The waiting is almost over. Your soulmate has carried this hidden truth for longer than anyone realizes, and now their heart refuses to remain silent another day. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They keep returning to the same unforgettable moment, the instant they discovered something about you that could never be erased from their memory. It was never about perfection. It was never about appearances. It was about the rare kind of heart that continues to shine even after disappointment, the quiet strength that refuses to become bitterness, and the hope you protect even when nobody notices. That was the truth they found. That was the reason everything inside them changed. They now understand that what they were searching for was not another temporary connection. They had already found the person who quietly transformed the way they looked at love, trust, and the future. Once they recognized that truth, there was simply no way to unsee it. As the days passed, another realization became impossible to ignore. Every delay between you felt heavier than the last because they knew silence could never tell the story their heart had been carrying. They began letting go of old fears, old doubts, and every excuse that once kept them standing still. They stopped asking themselves whether the timing would ever be perfect. Instead, they started believing that honesty creates its own perfect moment. Don't skip, because this is the final piece of everything they have been holding back. They are no longer afraid of being vulnerable. They are no longer trying to hide behind unanswered questions. The discovery they made about you gave them something far greater than certainty, it gave them courage. Courage to stop running. Courage to stop pretending. Courage to finally choose what their heart has quietly known from the very beginning. Every step they take now feels like another step toward a conversation that has been waiting far longer than either of you realized. Now the story reaches the place where every hidden truth finally meets the light. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate knows that the next chapter cannot begin until they speak the words they have carried in silence for so long. They have already made their choice. They have decided that the truth is worth every risk because some people enter your life for a season, while others leave a mark that lasts forever. You became that mark. You became the discovery they can never unsee, the memory they can never replace, and the future they can no longer ignore. Whatever happens next, one thing will never change: the moment they truly saw who you are became the moment their own heart changed forever. And somewhere, much closer than you think, destiny is quietly preparing the meeting that will finally turn everything they have felt in silence into words that neither of you will ever forget.